Watersheds connect us all to the environment and community around us. Because watersheds are made up of the land around a body of water and not just the water body, there are many different ways we can all help to protect our watershed. So why are watersheds so important? And what can you do to protect them? We're going to look at the Fall Kill Creek watershed as an example and see what makes it so important.
When we do work on the watershed, the reason we really want to do it is because we want to be able to improve the overall health of the watershed, because people downstream, depending on what's happening upstream, and people upstream are dependent on the people upstream of them. And so we're all in it together in this watershed, and so only by working together as an organization are we going to then be able to make sure that all of us are living as healthy and happy of lives as possible.
The creek that's in your backyard or down the road is way more important to our entire ecosystem than some may believe. So when you see the trash in it, it really does matter. It's really important.
Water quality is very important to wildlife because healthy water brings lots of diversity, and biodiversity is very important to watersheds.
A clean watershed encourages people to go outside by seeing, number one, how clean it is, because I don't think anyone likes dirt. And then two, it attracts more tourists.
The watershed gives people a place where you can relax and enjoy nature.
It is important for young people to get outside because nature is beautiful and they gotta enjoy it while they can.
Everyone who lives in and visits the Fall Kill watershed plays an important role in keeping the Fall Kill healthy. How can you help protect your watershed?
Everybody lives within a watershed. So even though you don't live near a creek or a stream, it doesn't mean that what you do doesn't affect the streams. Everything's going to drain into the stream, into our rivers, into our oceans.
I think the really important thing to understand about watersheds is it's not just about the stream itself. It's about all of the landscape upslope of that stream, because all those areas, that's where the rain falls during a storm, and then everything that's happening on those landscapes via water is moving towards those streams. So all the decisions we're making about what happens in our fields and forests and in our cities, if they're within that landscape that eventually drains to that stream, what's happening up on the landscape is going to have a big influence on what happens in that stream.
Anyone living in the watershed can help keep it healthy and clean by just making sure to pick up their trash and putting it in the right area and recycling what's supposed to be recycled instead of just throwing that out. Also, if you see any garbage and you're okay with picking it up to do that, just don't litter in general.
Just don't litter, just keep the water clean. If you see something, say something.
One way that a lot of people can potentially help protect the watershed here is by better understanding where their own wastewater goes when they flush their toilets, and how close is that wastewater being put out into the environment relative to the fall kill.
If people live near a stream or a creek, it would be good to plant trees or native trees on their properties, or plant shrubs, grasses, and this will provide shade for the stream, the organisms, as well as food for the organisms or shelter.
If you don't want to see the pollution, don't contribute to that pollution. Be the change that you'd like to see.
Scene 2, take 3, action!